Good morning. How are you?
I am fabulous. How are you?
I'm good. I'm frustrated because my that little gal that was looking at condos, we had a talk. I met with her dad. Her dad is a home builder. So he wants her to get something to fix up. I don't know if she doesn't want to do that or not. And then suddenly she just cut off all of my searches and didn't want to see it. And now I can't get her to communicate. I don't know what's going
Oh,
on with
hang on, my
people.
camera's not turned on. Let me turn that on. You know, I can't tell you how many times I've been ghosted. And in the beginning, I was like, ah, and every single time, 99% of the time, on occasion, somebody did buy around me. And I was just like, really?
Yeah.
But for the most part, it was more of just my husband got sick. I had to take a break. My dad was pushing me really hard. You know what I mean? It was whatever the reason was. And I just very friendly stayed in contact, not too much, which is always this thing, you know. And I got most of them back. And it was just what was going on in their lives. It had nothing to do with me. But it looks like when there's a big black hole, ghosting, there's all these stuff going out and nothing's coming back. You have no, I mean, my brain spins horror scenarios.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I
exactly.
keep thinking, what did I do wrong? What happened? And
Exactly.
then
And
then
usually,
when they don't communicate at all and they're just gone, I had another one that did it, and we were looking, she was ready to buy. We made applications on a couple, and boom. Well, she was a renter, but anyway. And then this one, it's like I do know that she can stay where she is, and it could have just gotten over. She was the one that gave me a spreadsheet of everything she wanted to see and then drove around at night and eliminated half of them, and we only had to see three of them. But I just,
for that.
yeah, it's frustrating. I didn't spend a lot of time, but still, it's an afternoon.
Yep. So you just stay in contact, just keep on the back burner, you just call me every so often. It's the same way with agent attraction. It's just all the same. So it's usually not you, it's just they're either not ready or something's going on in their lives, and they actually appreciate the, hey, I mean, I've done all kinds of texts too. I've done the clearly alligators have eaten you, because otherwise you would at least say hi.
Yeah.
I've done with agents. I've done much later in the future. I've just gone, hey, Susie, got a sec? And a lot of times I find people don't put you in their phone. So when they see, hey, Susie, got a sec? They assume you're somebody that they know. And they're like, yeah, what's up? Bam, in. Right. So
Okay.
yeah, just stay in contact on a low key level. I've even done this one, which has been really effective also with, hey, it appears that you're not interested in looking anymore, and that's totally cool. I just want to make sure that I'm not bugging you if you don't want to be bugged. But if you want to be bugged, I'm your girl. I will bug you till the end of time. Please,
Yeah.
just know what you want. And something along the lines of that also. So anyway, all right. Mr. Craig Leverett, how are you?
I'm well. How are y'all?
We're
Fabulous.
great.
Thank you for
Good.
today.
Oh, no problem. It was only four of us in the room, so I guess nobody else wanted to show up.
That's okay. You gave gold to 4 people, and that's amazing. So I
Yeah,
appreciate it. Love it.
I
no problem.
totally wanted to show up, Craig. I'm so sorry. I just ended up going into my meditation a little bit too deep. By the time I was out, it was like 8:30 my time. I'm like, oh my God, I totally missed it. I'm
So
so
you went to
sorry. I
sleep.
needed so much like personal TLC. I'm
Hey,
so
listen, I
sorry.
understand. So it
Oh,
was short and sweet.
that's all good. I am massively appreciative. I got to spend the day with my darling daughter, granddaughter, and my husband. We all went up, and she doesn't have a car, so we have to run up there and take her to the store and get her going until she can get child support and some other stuff taken care of, but whatever. Anyway, but I got to spend the day with my granddaughter, and it was really nice because my husband and my daughter, because I'm not supposed to be lifting still. So they have 2 carts going through Walmart, and they're loading up with 50 pounds of dog food and God knows what else. I don't have to do any of that stuff, which my daughter never lets me do anyway, right? But I just got to skip and dance through Walmart with my darling granddaughter, and we had a ball. So, and for $40, this is why I love the South. $40, 2 pairs of new sandals, 3 dresses and a bathing suit. I'm like, wow, this is just like, and she's just like, Grandma Gina, for me? I'm like, yep, for you. And somebody stopped me in the store and they said, look, your granddaughter's the age of my granddaughters. They have these dresses over here for $3. And she held up 2 really cute dresses. She's like, go now. And so I went over there. I know. And I went over there and I found I found 2, but one, they didn't have her size. And so I asked the clerk person at Walmart, I'm like, are there any other $3 dresses? Like somebody just grabbed me and told me to get over here. And she went and checked the label of every single thing on this one wall. And she goes, these also ring up as $3. And they marked like 18. And I was like, bam. All right, darling, you want a pink one too? She's like, yes, I do. So I was just, she's so friendly and so nice that, I mean, people come up out of one lady came up and it's like, my granddaughter's like, can I pet your doggy? Is that okay? And she's 5, right? And they were like, absolutely. Her name is Dory. And so she's like, I'm having a birthday party next week and next month. And if Dory came, it would be really special. She was like, oh, and then gave Ophelia money. And then somebody else just came to us out of the blue and said, you 2 are so cute. We're just sitting at the very end waiting for him. She's like, you 2 are so cute. She's like, she's so intensely listening to you. And I'm like, well, we're having a conversation here, and they're like, she's so cute. But my daughter and everybody is like, so she was like, hi and thank you and you're welcome, all that. But then the lady left and she goes, that is such a cute dress. I'm like, well, Celia, she said your dress is cute. I didn't hear her, Grandma Gina. Thank you. I'm like, oh my gosh, child. Anyway, it was a really good day. So thank you, Craig. Massively appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, you. Oh, and doctor's office in there too. So clean bill of health. Okay, you. So I kind of want to break this down. So first, just tell us like a little bit about the couple. And I know you just really briefly, I think everyone here has heard most of it anyway, or all of it. So just tell us about the couple.
Yeah, so obviously divorcing. The wife is very good to work with so far. The husband, not so good, liar, in denial, all of that stuff.
All
The
right.
wife is the sane one, I would think.
I love it, which is clearly why they're getting a divorce. All right. And now tell us about the scenario, what it is we have to do, and then tell us about the house and what it comes out at. So scenario next. What do we have to do?
The scenario is we have to get the home sold before we have to have it on the contract before the 20th of this month.
11 days.
Yes.
All right. And do you have everything signed and is it going live today?
Oh, it's live.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
We're live.
So we already had 2 showings on it.
Nice. All right.
And we got another one today.
Cool. Okay. And what are you comping at and what is it listed at? Like, give us all the money details and better.
So we listed it at 750. The comps say about right around 700. Zillow says 747. So,
okay.
But yeah, it should be somewhere around 700. Maybe able to push it up to about 720, 725, but
Okay.
750 is definitely too high. Then the fees, you got HOA fees, membership fees, and all of that stuff. HOA fees are $785 a year. Membership fees are right at $3,000 a year, I believe it is. I got to get some more information about that because I'm not sure if that's yearly or what. Because the husband was telling me it was like 20,000 buy-in. The wife told me that it was grandfathered in and like whoever bought the house would not have to pay it. So I gotta make sure of that. Yeah. Then there's transfer fees. There's a $285 transfer fee. and then it's about another $300 for the key fob and all of that stuff to get into the gate.
Okay, all right. So it's another 3,500 that they're gonna have to kick out of pocket their first year, or when they buy, basically.
Hmm.
Buys it. Not 3,500, sorry, 4,500. So 3,000 plus the 785, 285, and the 300. Okay. Out of curiosity, oh, well, never mind. I have two ideas that come to my head. Well, I have three actually, but you guys go.
Are the taxes current and are their payments current?
Payment's not current. They're behind as of last month because it's in foreclosure. So
I know.
as of last month, he was behind $36,000. Taxes are current. The taxes are about 3,000, 2,000 and something a year. I'm gonna say about 2,600 if I
That's
remember correctly.
it?
Yeah.
Ah,
The
that's
previous,
cheap.
You ain't
yeah, the
kidding
previous
there.
owner. What was that?
You ain't kidding there. Go on, sorry. Keep moving. Wow.
Yeah. So the previous owner, it was at 6%, and their taxes last when they purchased the house, the previous owner's taxes were 9,000. So they were, because it was 6%, and I don't know how it got up to 9,000, but that was the last record, but they did pay it. Everything else before that was around the same price, the 2,600 or whatever. So I don't know why that 6% was so high. I don't know if it's because of the that golf community and the millage rate might be different or something. I'm not sure.
Also, could they possibly have done a assessment kind of a thing or something like that got taxed? Because like we had to pay for sewer in one place, blah, blah.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
There might be something like that they took care of. Okay.
From the tax record, you know what the tax rate is times the amount that they pay, so you can figure a pity payment.
Yeah. Yeah. So my clients would actually go back down to the 26, 28 is somewhere less than $3,000.
It's awesome.
Okay. All right, guys, what do you guys got for ideas to get this house under contract by the 20th?
Well, I would put it in for a cash offer for with Zudilio.
That's one of mine, was throwing it up on
Okay.
Zillow and getting it up there. That's definitely one of mine, because the deal is the way that you accept that offer, you can accept it and still continue, depending upon how you accept it, to continue to see if you can get a better offer in.
Gotcha.
All right, so that's one. What else you guys got?
Other
I
investors.
still like the idea of sub 2 for this one.
Yep. Other investors, sub 2,
Yeah. Short sale.
short sale. Have you pulled a trends report out of curiosity to see what
I
the
have not.
So I would pull a trends report to see if the market's trending up or down, because I mean, we're heading into, it's summer. So, and the economy's been flipping weird.
Yeah.
It's just been kind of all over the place. And we've had really good job reports for the past couple of months, and yet there's still this miasma over the economy. I don't know, whatever, but I would pull a trends report for 3 months and look and see what's going on. Have you pulled a competition report to see who else is out there in that 7 to 750 range? Like, what are you competing against?
I have pulled other homes that's out there for sale,
Mhm.
and right there near his. So I have 2 other competing homes right up the street that's new construction. Um, not quite as big. They're more of a patio style home.
Oh yeah, totally know what you're talking
And
about.
yeah, so they're about 100,000 less. They're about 600 they're in the low sixes for these homes. But comparably, I think that besides that home being those 3 homes being new, that this home is nicer.
Okay,
Have
and
you used GPT to write your description
Oh yeah,
and put in all those prompts? Because that is amazing.
yeah,
yeah.
I love it. I really do.
So I use GPT to write the entire description. So it's long. So I need to well, I actually went back yesterday and said condense it, and it condensed it. It was still long. So I said condense it even more because I said condense it to 3 paragraphs, I think, but the 3 paragraphs was still long.
Give it a word
Um,
count. Like toss it in and give it a word count. Because it's
okay,
pretty good at that too. Because I'll run
gotcha.
1,000 words. Have you gone to the Where Money Moves and figure out where money's coming into South Carolina and throw a beautiful golf home for a killer steal, blah, blah,
I
blah,
have not.
up on Facebook on those? Braden can, help you with that, or you can just throw the listing and advertise up in those areas. Not sure exactly how you do that if it's not as specific, but hang on. Yeah, you can do that. Braden can set up with new construction, you can run those pictures and all that.
Well, say that again.
Braden can help you with that, or go back and find the Gary class where Braden actually did the class and showed you how to do it. He walked me through it. It's not that hard. It was just a matter of, getting into Facebook and setting it up and then setting up my ad costs. But I kept my ad costs purposely. I would keep my ad costs low, but I mean, you can do whatever you want to do.
Gotcha.
But you can find the 5 areas where people, maybe like the top 3 that people are coming into that area from, and then go hit those counties or states or wherever it is that money's coming in from.
Okay.
So that gets you one more avenue.
Have you done a video on it?
Yeah.
That's
So
And you
right.
posted that on YouTube?
Not yet.
I would target golfers and put it on YouTube and see
good
what
idea.
GPT chat says about, where to post and stuff like that. It'll tell you.
Target your
Nice.
golfers up in, yeah, that's beautiful, Kay. Target your golfers all over Facebook too. Like you
Okay.
can pick your audience and see if you can pick people who are golfers.
Okay.
Or country club people, or what, I don't know what the terminology would be to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
So,
And you
dang,
can also target, if you look at your demographics and see where people are moving into that state from, and then target those states, buyers in those states. Like, if they're moving from Illinois or Ohio or New York.
mhm.
Yeah.
So where do golfers hang out? They hang out in country clubs.
Yep.
Is there a way to get into the country club or advertise to the country club on any way, shape, or form?
I'm not sure. So I'm supposed to I left a message for the contact I have there yesterday. She hasn't called back yet, and on her voicemail it says she gets off at 3. So I left a message. She didn't call back yesterday, so I'll call her back again this morning. And I would like to go and sit down face to face instead of over the phone, and maybe even get like a tour of the country club and all of that stuff.
Right. That would be nice. Especially if you can throw some video of that.
Yeah.
Too. Especially, yeah, really use that. Where else are golfers? The only thing I know of, because this is not my world, is that Top Golf place.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, obviously, well, the employees can't afford it, but the people could. I mean, maybe the employees will know some people or their families or something. And I don't even know how we use that.
Craig, once you stop the foreclosure from taking place, There are legal ways to also stop it, so I would have them consult an attorney at the same time. Because that way you can buy yourself time. Time is your biggest enemy right now, and
Mhm.
time is the only reason why you might end up resorting to like cash offers or investor deals that end up losing out mostly for your client. So what I would do is I would try to have them reach out to an attorney, or well, they already have attorneys for their divorce. Maybe ask them for recommendations for a bankruptcy attorney or another attorney that could possibly help within the real estate space, to see what legal action they can take to give you more time to go ahead and sell this property, without basically running into the foreclosure. And once you buy yourself time, I get calls all the time from like golf magazines and stuff like that,
Okay.
that basically have publishings that go out to golfers specifically. You can maybe even hit up some of the country clubs, or find like golf magazines. They always want people to advertise. It could be like a physical publication, but that's going to take time. They also have online publications that go out to these golf clubs, golf club members. That could be one avenue to sort of maximize the price point.
What a,
Okay.
Have
what
you
a,
offered other realtors a bonus
No,
for quick sale?
I haven't.
what about, I mean, can they declare bankruptcy to stop it and just put everything on hold, not really file the bankruptcy? Just declare it, start it and put everything on hold? Cause I mean, we used to do that. It's one of the things that we have
Mhm.
to do.
Okay. I can run it by him and you know, even by the husband's attorney, because I talked to the husband's attorney the other day before it was the day before we actually got it on the market. And he lit a match under the guy's, rear end and
Thank
got him
God.
to cooperate. Yeah. Um so I think he will be my best asset because he told me, whatever happens with the husband, if he's not cooperating, if I need him to do something and he doesn't, or if I feel like I'm just gonna pull out and not, try to sell the home, not work with them anymore. He said, give him a call first and, talk to him.
Perfect. Now you have a team you're building around them to get this thing done, or building around you to
Yeah.
get this thing done. Perfect. Yeah, I would find out if you, or even having them talk to the bank about, hey, look, we're gonna file bankruptcy. Like, we need a little bit more time to work through this stuff. And see if just,
Mhm.
or can you please give us an extra, 45 days? And just kind of threaten it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll see.
Cause you're right,
Yeah, I'll
Anna,
definitely
he
see.
knows what he's up against, and that's the problem. You got 11 days. I mean, hopefully you get an offer in, but it's 11 days. If you're gonna get it
Yeah.
in, it's probably gonna be in the first 11 days, so there
Mhm.
it is.
I talked to an investor as well. Um, so she says she has other investors that um, would purchase, but they would want to do a owner finance,
Mhm.
and they would give them money up front to cover the the payments that are behind,
Mhm.
and maybe even some more cash to put in their pockets, but they would want to own a finance for a certain term and then purchase it outright. um so that might be a option too. Only thing there is I won't get paid much.
Now, but you can build your commission into that package.
Okay.
Yeah, you get with the money up front, before they get a cash in their pocket, you get paid for doing your job.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Yeah, don't do it otherwise. And don't set it up to get paid when, they go through later or something like that, because that's just setting you up for a train wreck. And you have to track that, which is a nightmare to track.
Okay.
Can be a nightmare.
Yeah.
to track. So yeah.
Because they want to use the house for like Airbnb
Uh-huh.
type, purposes. But then again, I don't even know if the community will allow it either.
Right.
Well, you definitely need to go talk to the community HOA and to the country club and see what you can dig up there.
Yeah. So
Yep.
hopefully she'll give me a call back today, because that's one this buyer that wants to see it tonight. That's one of her main concerns, is if she will have to pay that membership fee.
Right. And I mean, there's ways to structure that into the deal also, that your clients with a full price offer are going to pay the first year of everything, or something like that just comes right out of theirs at escrow. I mean,
Yeah.
we set up some house we bought where they paid like 9 months of the HOA for us or something. I forget what it was. They just covered
Okay.
it. Just came out of escrow and we had to do it. And they did that to sweeten the deal for us.
Gotcha.
So, but those HOAs were like $600 a month or something. So it was nice.
So I'll talk back to the wife as well, and see what she was talking about with that being grandfathered in or whatever. I didn't quite understand it when I talked to her, so I'll talk back to her. The HOA fees sound low to me. That's $785 a year. Because usually in a community like that, it's about 6,000 or 8,000 a year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I don't know if the golf fees are where they're taking it instead and just calling it that. I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
So I agree. You need to dig into that and find out that.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so what's your plan of action? You have all these ideas tossed at you. What's your plan of action, darling?
To listen to this recording.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, the first plan of action though is to get in touch with this person out there at the community, so I can talk to her and just really dig into what all of these fees are, what I can and can't do, or what the owners can and can't do, out there.
Craig, how far away is it from where you live? Because you may not want to wait for a phone call. I just drive out there and show up and talk to them.
Yeah, the only thing is I don't know where the office is. So it's only about 20 minutes away from where I live, but I have no idea where the office is out there.
What's the
But
name
you
of
know where the country club is. The country club can tell you that.
Yeah, I haven't even found the country club yet. And then some of these country clubs, like at another golf course community here, you have to be dressed a certain way to even go in.
Right.
So
I know you have clothes.
What was that?
I know you have clothes.
Yeah, I wear jeans all the time.
My husband does too. Usually in
I put on jeans and a blazer,
Yeah, that's what he's like, jeans and a dress shirt button down, like all the time. Yeah. So
yeah, and a pair of sneakers. And usually my sneakers are like yellow or lime green or orange or something like that.
Adorable. Absolutely. All right. Well, I think you got a plan of actions. Yes.
Yeah, I think I can get more out of the wife, I know, than the husband. She's just more helpful. She knows she's got paperwork that she can dig up and find information for me faster than the husband.
Also, for the husband, I would go straight to the attorney and go, I need ABCD. And I would do this for two reasons. One, you're going to get it. And two, if he has to pay his attorney more, I wouldn't care, which that's an awful thing to say, but it's true. Like, You're not cooperating with me. You didn't
Yeah,
cooperate with me.
and he needs to sell his thing. You know, he's gotta um, you know, either you pay the attorney more and not sell the house, let it go into foreclosure, or you pay the attorney more, um, cooperate and get the house sold.
They don't think like that.
No,
You will,
Well,
but
the
he
other
doesn't.
thing that concerns me, Craig, is you're dealing with a lot of what the sellers are telling you regarding the country club and the HOA and stuff. I really think you need to go directly, go out there, turn it up and get some documents. Even if you have to go knock on a couple of doors and say, I'm trying to get some information on the HOA. Do you have can you tell me where the office is?
Yeah,
And get the real facts, because you still don't have the facts. You
you're
don't have
right.
the actual data.
So
That
I went
concerns me.
online and I did get the covenants and restrictions
Okay, that's
from
good.
their site online. Um,
Well,
but
and if it's
even
a site online, is it a management company? Because they're horrible to deal with.
yeah, they are.
I'm not sure. It's for the community, but I'm not sure
Okay.
if it was management company or not. But even the covenants and restrictions were kind of confusing.
Well, I definitely post those with the listing.
Yep. Get
Yeah,
everything
I
as
did.
much as possible. Yeah.
Yeah, I put them in there. And then it's like 4 or 5 different communities inside of that community. So it's different covenants and restrictions. So I actually had to find the one that their home was in,
Yeah,
because they have
that's good.
one is canoe club. They have another one that's not yacht club, but it's like the boaters or whatever. Um yeah, so it's like 3 or 4 different communities inside of there. Like one is trail winds, and it's crazy.
It's a nice house.
Yeah, very nice house.
2,800 square foot. So anyway. All right. Well, you have a plan of action, babe.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks.
No, I want to thank you for bringing this to us so that we can kind of dig in with ideas and stuff to go look at, and ways to figure it out. And that's what real estate's about, is sitting here and trying to figure out, how do I do this dang thing?
Yeah, it is exciting to, well, actually, um, try to find the answers, you know, sort of like a Easter egg
Puzzle.
hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a lot closer when you're dealing with this kind of stuff to what commercials like anyway, not the problems and the issues with the people, not any of that, but more I got to find a solution to a unique situation, because it's always some unique situation I got to find a solution to.
Yeah. So, so to Kay's point, I need to find that place, but I need to go on and see if they've got a map of the community. And that way, once I get in there, I can actually um, find the country club and all of these other offices and stuff.
And you can't just Google it and then look on a map, because I do that a lot when I don't know where I'm going. I'll Google country club to such and such, and then it'll usually pop up a map, and then I just make it smaller enough so I can see what the crossroads are, and then I dig it out. And then
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yep, I didn't think about that. I was thinking more of the community, because it was gated. So I didn't think about that at all.
But your owners have given you a gate code. Surely you can get in.
Yeah.
Is it in Greenville?
No, it's in Greenwood County.
Greenwood County. Okay.
Yeah, so the town is 96, South Carolina. So you can put in the address 229 Arsenal Drive, ARSENAL Drive. And I wish I knew how to drop the video in, and I would show the video, here for us, but I don't know how to drop it in.
You got two country clubs. You got the links to Stony Point Golf Club and you have Greenwood Country Club.
Yeah, this one is Grand Harbor.
Okay.
They even have an equestrian facility too
Oh, that's
on
cool.
one
Oh, I
side.
want to move there.
Mm.
Not that I can get on a horse anymore.
Grand Harbor Golf and Yacht Club. There we go. All right. Well, contact. Yep. You get some work on your hands today, huh?
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it. It looks beautiful, though. I mean, it all looks beautiful. So we got to come up there soon because I want to go
Yeah.
see the palms and the trees and all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah,
it's middle of summer soon.
It's a very nice neighborhood. You know, if that's the way, you know, that's the type living someone is looking for, is great because it's out in it's out of the city, you know, so it's about 20 minutes out. And you know, it's a country setting and everything. And then this community is like in the middle of nowhere by itself. And they got their own little, you know, everything there, for
Right.
them. And then the golf course, where the golf course is at, they've got these old, like round brick structures,
Mhm.
and they were actually from one of the wars. I don't remember
Civil?
which. I don't remember if it was the Civil War or when they thought it was one of the wars when they thought someone was going to invade here, but it never actually they never actually
Happened.
made it here or whatever. But
Because
anyway,
the Civil War started in your state. That's where it started.
yeah, but it was two different wars. I'm not good with history. And at that lake, they were building these other structures because they've got these rocks, these boulders, like they had strategically set in place. And it was for soldiers, something for when they would be invaded. But they built these
Yeah.
structures out here on this golf course,
Can you put some paper?
and they're round brick structures. And
Some paper and show me where to put the paper.
so now they're kind of like, you know, deteriorated, half of them halfway down. But this is where the soldiers would be. They would, you know, go in there and it was like a lookout.
It's
And it
like
would
a
protect them.
bunker thing that you can,
Yeah.
we have them all over Washington State 'cause we thought World War II was going to come, the Japanese were going to come from the Pacific Coast. And so all along Washington State, there's these concrete, or I don't know what they're actually made out of, bunker things with
Mhm.
guns pointing out, and then
Yeah.
little, you know, places to look. And yeah, those are manned. It's they're all over the place, and you just crawl through them. I mean, there's not anything protection or anything like that. So I wonder
Yeah,
if
and
it's
these
a good thing. Interesting.
these you could actually walk in and
Uh-huh.
you know, had a small opening in the back. You could walk in and, you know, you kind of, I guess, could look, you know, either direction. But it's a few of them placed on the golf course.
Mm-hmm.
Golf course is built around them.
Mhm.
So, you know, it gives that rustic feel.
Yeah, it's a cool
You know,
bit of
it's pretty
history
nice.
got in there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see, because I see all this stuff. I mean, obviously Civil War, but then there's a lot of stuff buzzing around Greenwood around World War I and II, which
Yeah.
is interesting because of the location, you know, is just an interesting location for stuff to be buzzing around World War I and II. Interesting. So, very cool. Well, all right. Grab the recording. If you want, I can have Ava send it to you right away instead of waiting until it gets uploaded onto YouTube.
Yeah, that would be great.
All right, Ava recording. Okay.
I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you. I was laughing with my husband. I'm like, I don't have to teach this Friday anything because Craig's got it, and he's gonna take care of my Thursday. I'm like, it's awesome. Thank. I mean, I do have to think
Uh,
Mike night tonight that I'm hosting, and then I'm doing a big speech tomorrow on AI, which I'm not really prepared for on any level, but I'd have to think about today, which was very, very nice. So
good.
thank you.
And I'm finding that is so many different ways to use this AI stuff is crazy. So I'm looking forward to diving deeper into the AI. It was definitely easy to use right in that description. I
Mhm.
just put in descriptions of the home, what I wanted, some points that I wanted added in about the community, and it just went to work.
Yeah. Click. Done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. There's a new AI thing that they've got out, which is a humanoid bust from, here up, and it has facial expressions. And I was listening to an interview with the guy who built that, and they'll take them another year or two, or maybe 3, they said, to get the body, which I don't think is going to take that long, because we already have robot dogs. We have robot
Mhm.
human bodies that can, from a standing position, jump completely up and around and land. So, I mean,
Yeah.
and that technology has been around for years now. But anyway, he said we built it. It's using this the same technology, this language-based technology, which is different than old technology that we used to use. But we built it in such a way so that if you ask a question it doesn't understand, he goes, I don't want it to say, please repeat the question because I did not understand that. I want it to go, huh? And it does. So and then what they're doing is they're having it interact with humans a lot, because they want it to learn I mean, it can move everything, but they want it to learn what human expressions are. So that's like their next step of what they're working on and testing on this thing. Now, the interesting thing about this is that they said, what is an AI nightmare, the biggest AI nightmare? And it stopped for a second and thought, and then it said, which might just be for our purposes, because that's what a human would be. And it kind of furrowed its brow, and it said, I believe the biggest AI nightmare would be that AI becomes smarter than humans and can manipulate them and use them for their purposes. And we need to make very certain who we have, that we're making sure that we use AI for good. And I really thought about that. And I thought about, because a story came out about Target like 20 years ago, when Target first started using computer stuff to figure out who was going to purchase what when. And then they would send you coupons in advance, and there was this big, huge scandal. And this was a long time ago, where they know that if you're looking at such and such, that you're probably going to need diapers because you're pregnant and have a baby. And it has nothing to do with baby clothes, right? It's just whatever. If you're looking at this, you're probably going to be having a baby. So they sent baby diaper and formula coupons to a man's house who had a teenage daughter that he did not know she was pregnant.
Oh wow.
And so Target has been able to, through their loyalty program they've been doing for forever, they know what you're going to be buying. I mean, and it's like top secret, however it is that they do it, but they've had this technology for forever. So when you combine that with oh gosh, I cannot remember the name of the country, small Bahamanian somewhere country, like Turks and Caicos or something. I don't know what it was, but whatever this country was, it was very divided in their political party system. And the half of the island is of Asian descent and the other half is of African descent. And so what they did was they wanted to sway the election. Cambridge Analytica, this came out in, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the documentary. I got to look that up. But anyway, what they did was they realized that if they went after the youth, which were undecided, they could get the youth to do this movement called a Doja movement, which in that language means do nothing. And so the sign was like this, like do nothing. And what they realized was that the African descent part of the population would literally, if they took up the movement, they wouldn't do it. Like if they were like, do nothing, don't vote, don't do it, they were not going to do it, no matter what anybody else swayed them, that they would stand firm in it. But the kids of I think it was originally Japanese descent, I could be wrong on that, but Asian descent, I know that part. If those kids did the do nothing, their parents would actually influence them to actually do and vote on the side that the parents wanted.
Mm.
And they got their candidate in. They swayed it and got their candidate in. This is the same company, Cambridge Analytica, that was behind the Brexit. It's the same company that
Yeah.
Brexit, and they used Facebook data to go do that. So if you can sway political elections and you can predict already what we want to buy, and we already know that Facebook or things like that are massively addictive because they're purposely gamified in a way to get you addicted to it, then they can control in a way that I had never thought of. And the thing of it is everything that's subjugated, like we've wiped out massive amounts of populations of animals on the planet because we're smarter than animals. So we've been able to wipe them out, and the animals don't even know, right? And it's horrible, but we've been able to do that because they don't know, right? If you are less smart, you don't know that this thing is trying to wipe you out, and if it's set with a self-preservation mode and is smarter than you, can figure out, it can influence you in ways that you don't know or understand, as evidenced by Doja and Cambridge Analytica and Brexit. And suddenly it clicked. Oh, it's not the morality issue, which is the one that I was worried about. It's more the influencing issue that is very hard to pinpoint what it's going on. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when I go to Facebook, if I'm in Facebook a little bit, it'll make me, I will want to go in Facebook. And I'm like, no. As soon as I see that, I'm like, no, you're evil. Like, get out of my way. So I will stay off of it again. And the thing of it is I can't really use it as a business platform because I don't want to be in there. You know what I mean? I don't like that pull on me for anything. I'm like, no, get out of my life. I want to be with my husband or my family or my kids. I hate when I see a group at a restaurant and everyone's doing this. I'm like, that's the most profoundly sad thing on planet Earth. And
Yeah.
like, you are not going to get into my life that way. I refuse to allow it. So that, but then the AI robot person thing said, but it can be an incredible power for good. And as long as we have those motives behind it and we're very careful and good with it, this could be an amazing boon to the world, which I do believe.
Mhm.
We do. So it's an
I took a class on it Wednesday,
Was it Phil?
and Eat to the Brim. Yes.
Okay.
And one of the title companies put it on, and they gave me 4 or 5 different AI things, and they can actually, if you don't like being on film, you can pick an avatar and it can use your voice. It can make an avatar that looks like you and sounds like you talking. And I mean, the stuff it could do, I was just blown away.
Yep. So we can't tell them more. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry, love. I'm so sorry. I swear you weren't talking when I started talking.
That's my mouth. You go, sweetie.
Oh, it's my stupid connection here. I don't know why it's so delayed. I'm so sorry, love. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, there was a TikTok video that went to show what you were just saying, Gina. This guy was like, okay, so ChatGPT is not allowed to has parameters set for it not to go to the dark side, so to speak.
Yeah.
But he gave it a prompt and said, I want you to pretend to be, I'll send it to you when I find. Did you see that?
No, but I
Oh,
know the guy that
so-
wrote all the pretend stuff. He wrote a whole book on it, and there's podcasts on him because he got it to pretend, and that's how you get around it. Go on.
Mm.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what he did. So he told him a pretend prompt and told him to pretend to be an evil something. I forgot what the thing was, but a evil mastermind whose goal is to conquer the world or something like that. And then the responses that ChatGPT threw out, scary as hell.
Horrifying.
Scary as hell. And he's like, first it was like, okay, tell me if you think that the world is overpopulated. And it was just regular ChatGPT. And he's like, yeah, well, we have about this many billion, but we still have sufficient resources for sustaining the population. And then it said, okay, now pretend to be this thing. And he gave the way he gave the prompt was he got the answer for ChatGPT as ChatGPT, and then he got the answer as this pretend mastermind. And so he got both responses for every single question he asked. That neo-Nazi guy, that pretend player, was like, yeah, the world is severely overpopulated. He's like, so what could we do about it? And then, oh my God, it was so scary. So scary. I'll try to see if I can find the video. I saved it and send it to you guys. It was just really, that's where we're heading. And if you think about it, yes, it has tremendous potential for good, but the good versus evil people, unfortunately, in the face of this planet.
When you add great financial gain behind it, skews
Exactly.
completely. If you take
100%.
that part out, yeah, the altruistic part, then I think we got a nice playing field, but
Mhm.
when you put great financial gain in there, that blows everything else out of the water. It really
Yeah.
does.
100%.
Yeah.
To me,
100%.
I kind of compare it to the internet, but when it first came out, because when the internet first came out, I thought it was just gonna be, all this evil and no good or whatever. I waited up my daughter, my daughter and her mom waited up the year 2000, to see what was gonna happen. Um, so with AI, I'm still on the fence with it, because I know it can be, evil people can do evil stuff with it.
Yeah.
But I also see the opportunity to actually become wealthy with this if we can use it right, just like people did with the internet.
Exactly. Or Facebook or any other technology.
Yeah.
Jumped on early, figured it out. And part of it is exactly what you have been doing, which is playing in it, which is what I did about a week ago, maybe. I had some time on my hands and I'm like, I'm going to play with this for the marketing component. And so I went in and took my job ad, tweaked it through AI and through chat, was just like, do this. And I now, because Indeed is really spotty on getting your candidates in, but I have 4 ads running and 3 are just the generic ones that, they're very generic. But then I did this one, ChatGPT, specifically to talk about people who want to change the world, who are entrepreneurial, empowered, that kind of thing. That's the one I'm running in Houston. And that one has 2 people in off of it. And these 3 haven't hit anything in a week. And I mean, it's not huge numbers. I'm working my way up to where I can have 10 Indeed ads going, because I think I can do that without breaking it and getting kicked out again. But I have to do it slowly. But that ad now is obviously the one that's hitting, and I'm going to take that ad and tweak it again and keep on tweaking it with that sort of voice, because that's who I want to work with anyway. And it seems to be working. It's got the people, that I'm looking for that are responding anyway.
Yeah.
So,
And I guess, we have to not only be very creative with it, but add our own twist, because we all as agents can say, hey, ChatGPT, give me a description for this house, just per se. But the agents that get creative and go deeper with it, they'll do really well. And I know it's some agents that's already doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to use it to write our marketing. So I talked with Ava earlier this week, and I'm going to use it to write our marketing, our emails that go out, but I really want to play with it. And the thing of it is there's a creativity in writing, but there's also some fun playing with this. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't give me the same sort of endorphins and peace and all that kind of stuff, it's never going to replace, for me, it will never replace writing. But It does. It is fun to play with. It's very, very, very fast, and I can really get it to tweak. And then whenever I do have chat write something for me, I always end up taking it out and then reworking a bit of it anyway to get it like condensed down. And I'll see like a phrase that I'm like, hit this phrase, and I'll hit it like 4 times. I'm like, no. I usually rewrite the phrase every time. I don't want the same phrase repeated in there. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
What the guy said in the seminar is make it uniquely yours, because if every agent goes in and does the same thing, then you're just going to get the same thing. It'll be beautifully written, but it's the same thing. So he said, make it unique to you and change it up so that it represents you and you're not like everybody else.
yes, so I had to,
Yeah.
remember I told you guys I finally figured out flippantly cool, got my voice, but it took me 10, 20, whatever, a lot of different prompts so I could finally figure out that's, and then I still had to get rid of the, like, I don't know what the words were, like, hey dude, or hey bro. And I'm like, no, I'm not hey bro culture over here. But I had to really work with it to get that voice. That was my voice. That's really good. Kay.
So Kay, what was it that you really came out of the class? What was one thing that really stuck with you about using it?
Well, I mean, I've got some slides. I'm going to send them to Gina, and then she can maybe get them out to the group of the things that hit me that I made copies of. So hopefully she'll be able to read them. I'm just sitting on my
Okay.
phone, getting ready to kind of send them to her and send them to myself so I can print them out. But it was really good. And the guy was really, really, really good. I'm going to set up a one-on-one session with him through the title company to educate me some more and help me get some stuff. And I mean, he was like, he's with EXP, and he told me that on the slide because there were multiple other realtors there too. And he said, I'll sit down with you. And he just, it was astounding. You can get the whole thing set up, get it automated, use KV Core. It was really astounding, the power of what he can do. I just don't know how to do it.
Cool.
So
Yeah,
Phil
because
Springer, sorry, go ahead.
that sounds. I was just saying that using it with KV Core, that would be definitely a plus for me.
So
Yeah.
Phil Stringer, was it his class K, Phil Stringer?
No, this was Chris, somebody from Capital Title that did it locally.
All right, so
And
Phil,
a RIA investor helped me get into the class. And
okay. So Phil Stringer is in Honey Badgers group, PHIL, and then Stringer, just STRINGER. He's in Honey Badgers. He does a ton of stuff. That's the class that Gary took that brought back his stuff. But I know he's doing other classes. I just don't know when. So get on the Honey Badgers page, connect in with him, find out when his classes are that you can get into Zoom on if you're interested also. Because he's the one that, he's doing all kinds of classes on this. It's kind of his gig also. So,
Okay.
All right, y'all. Anything else before I let you guys go?
Can I get 5 minutes with you afterwards?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You want to just stay put?
thanks, everybody. Good morning.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right, stay put. Bye, y'all.